Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm glad you've joined our community. Check out the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage for easy access to videos about the body area you want to work on or the amount of time you have for your yoga practice today, or if you want to stay seated or stand more. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. It is free and we'd love to hear from you, so leave me a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore Sun Salutations and Warrior poses. Sun Salutations get our blood flowing, and Warriors are strength-building poses. We'll move through these both seated and standing, but remember that you can always stay seated if you want to. All right, you'll need a chair and a block or a substitute. You can substitute a big book for it, or you can do it without it. All right, let's get started. So we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair, and we're moving forward. So we're not leaning back. Take just a moment to ground those feet to the earth. Feel that connection, right, of those feet. They're about hip distance apart, and they're grounded to the earth. We're also going to ground our sits bones, okay, to the chair. So we feel like we're connected to that chair. Let's take our hands and flip them up towards the ceiling. They're resting lightly on our thighs. Go ahead and lift your heart. Pull your shoulders down out of the ears. Close the eyes if that feels okay for you. And just breathe. Just connect to your natural breath. Let's move that breath down into the diaphragm, just feeling that belly breath. So as you inhale, the belly extends. And as you exhale, you pull the belly button into the spine. Now just breathe your natural breath for a couple of breaths. We're going to continue with that diaphragmatic breath, and we're going to inhale to 4 counts and exhale to 5 counts. It'll be something like this. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And just breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's roll those shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Let's do that again. It's a forward, up, back, and down, and reverse it. Kind of exaggerate that shoulder roll, if you will, right? And release. All right, very, very good. So we're going to come to extended mountain. So we're going to bring our arms up towards the ceiling. Now, if you've got shoulder issues and you want to keep those hands right here, absolutely fine. You'll still continue to do the entire series with just your elbows bent. It's fine. But if you're with me, I'm going to extend my arms up to the ceiling. I'm going to pull my shoulders down and my belly is tight. Okay? Now, I'm going to place my palms together. All right? So my palms are together, and I'm going to interlace my fingers with my pointer finger up. Okay? So here we go. We're going to extend nice and long through the spine. Keep those shoulders down, and then we're going to lean our mountain. And we're going to come up, and we're going to lean our mountain the other way. Pull that belly in super tight. All right? Now, we're going to do that again. We're going to lean, and then we're going to twist, and we're going to look up at the ceiling. Take the twist out, come up. Let's lean the other way. Take a little twist, look up at that ceiling. Take the twist out, come up, and bring those hands down, and then maybe another shoulder roll. Does that feel okay? A little shoulder roll? Excellent. All right. Very, very good. So the next couple of poses, it's a cat and a cow, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. So there's lots of different ways to do cat and cow, right? This one, we're going to bring our arms back behind our head. Okay? So keep those elbows nice and pull back behind you. Shoulders stay down out of the ears. Now, I'm not pulling on my head. My hands are just kind of resting there. And all I'm going to do is lift my chin a little bit. So it's a little bit of a cow pose, right? A wide-armed cow pose. Now, we're going to pull our belly in, and we're going to let our elbows fall towards our lap, okay? Now, don't pull on the head. Just let the elbows come down towards your lap. So the weight of those elbows are going to give you a little extra stretch in the back of the neck. My shoulders are rounded. My back is rounded. So cat pose. Let's do that again. Lift up into cow. Don't worry about the breath. We're going to add that this next time. Let's just feel the sensations first, okay? All right, and then we're going to come down. Remember, don't pull on the head. Just let the weight of the elbows give you a little extra stretch. Okay, up we go. Let's add the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up and exhale down. One more time. Inhale up and exhale down. Drop the hands from the head and go ahead and lift that head up. All right. How did that feel? Wide-armed cow and cat pose. Very, very good. So we're going to do a little twist, seated twist here. And I'm going to show you two ways that you can have your legs. So way number one is you're going to leave your right leg exactly where it is, and you're going to take your left ankle and you're going to cross ankle to ankle, okay? And that's an absolutely great way of doing this pose. It's fine. But if you're with me and you're feeling okay, you're going to take that left leg and you're going to cross it on top, okay? So you've got two leg positions. Everybody, we're going to lengthen our spine super long. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it on the outside of that leg. Opposite hand is going to come to the chair. We're going to lengthen nice and long through our spine. We're going to pull that left shoulder back, and then we're going to turn and we're going to look over that left shoulder. So remember, the spine stays long, our abdominals are engaged here. One more breath. Go ahead and face forward. Now our left hand is going to go on the inside of the knee, right hand to the chair. Extend the spine long, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. One more breath, face forward. Let's unravel those legs. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. So remember, you can leave this leg right where it is. Don't bring it in. Leave it out and make this leg cross. Absolutely fine, okay? Or you can cross your knee over. Extend the spine long. Don't forget, crown of the head to the ceiling. We ready? We're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it on the inside of that leg. Other hand to the chair. Lengthen through the spine. Pull the shoulder back. Turn and look. One more breath here. Go ahead and face forward. Now we're going to do the other side. Hand on the outside of the thigh. Opposite hand on the chair. Extend the spine long. Pull the shoulder back. Turn and look. One more breath here and face forward. Unravel those legs. All right, excellent work. We're going to move into a crescent lunge next. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it nice and wide, okay? So you should feel a pretty good stretch on the inner thighs. Now, we're going to take this knee and we're going to drop it down towards the floor. So just let that knee fall straight down, okay? So don't force anything, just kind of let that knee hang. So the leg hanging down, we've got a little bit of weight and gravity helping us give a little stretch for this hip flexor and quadricep. And we're just breathing our natural breath here. We're not forcing anything. Okay, kind of release that knee a little bit and then let's do that one more time. One more breath. All right, let's go ahead and face forward. Now, we're going to move into pyramid pose with that same leg, okay? So this leg is going to extend out in front of us and our toes are to the ceiling. We're going to lengthen nice and long through the spine, right? Have your hands on those thighs for a little bit of support and let that heart begin to fall forward. So here's the thing in pyramid pose. You need to look beyond your toes. So I'm not looking down at my knee. So I'm not rounding like in cat pose. I'm going to keep my back flat. I'm going to look out beyond my toes and I'm going to let my heart fall. There you go. It doesn't matter how far your heart comes to your thighs. Don't worry about it. Keep the legs straight. Keep the back flat. All right, let's go ahead and tuck our chin and we're going to roll up and we're just going to do that one more time. Nice long spine. Inhale here. Exhale, come down into your pyramid pose and we're hanging out and we're breathing. Oh yeah. One more breath here. All right, let's roll it up. Bend that knee and put that foot on the floor. We're going to do the other side now. So that left knee is going to open. So remember, hang out here for just a moment. Feel those inner thighs stretching. Yeah, right? Okay, now we're going to drop this other knee down towards the floor. And we're just going to let the weight of that leg give us a little stretch. Feel it, right? Just relax. You're on that chair. You've got yourself. Just relax this leg and let it stretch. Okay, release it just a little bit. And then let's engage it one more time. Feeling the hip flexor and the quadricep stretching. One more breath. All right, very good. Go ahead and face forward. Now we're going to do pyramid pose with this leg now. All right, extend it out extend the leg long and toes towards the ceiling. Okay, hands are going to stay on those thighs. Give that upper body a little support. Lengthen through the spine on an inhale. As we exhale, down we go. Looking out, not down. Remember, we're looking out beyond our toes. We're not rounding that back. We're keeping that back flat. Oh yeah. All right, tuck the chin and roll it up. Nice long spine inhale. Exhale, down we go. And one more time, roll it up. Extend, inhale. Exhale, down we go. Pyramid pose. One more breath and roll it up. Let's bend that knee, put that foot on the floor, and we're going to grab a sip of water. So we're going to move into a Sun Salutation B. And what B does is adds a chair pose. So we're going to bring our hands to our heart. Now we're going to do a reverse swan dive, palm faces up, extend your mountain up to the ceiling and bring your hands to heart. We're going to come back up to that extended mountain and we're going to make that big circle around and we're going to bring our hands back to heart. Okay? Let's do that one more time before we add on. Up we go. Extend your mountain. Try to touch that ceiling. Bring the hands to heart. We're going to come back up to extended mountain. Extend, extend, extend. And we bring those arms out and bring your hands to heart. Okay, now we're going to add that swan dive. So here we go. Big circle up. Extend your mountain and bring your hands to heart. Now this time when we come back up to our extended mountain, we're going to pull our belly in and we're going to dive forward, bring our arms by our side for a forward salute, airplane arm. So I'm stretching my fingertips back where the wall and the floor meet. I'm stretching my head forward where the ceiling and the wall meet. And I'm trying to stretch through that spine. One more breath, bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle, up we go. Hands to heart. Extend that mountain up. Forward salute, airplane arms. Let's stretch through. Extending, extending, extending. One more breath. Bring your hands to heart. Adding on. Here we go. Big circle. Up we go. Extend that mountain and bring those hands to heart. Back up we go. Dive forward. Forward salute, airplane arms. All right, are we ready for that supported forward fold? So we're going to put our forearms on our thighs, palms facing up, and we're going to let our heart fall forward. So keep your heart lifted, right? Back is flat, extending through that spine. One more breath, roll it up, bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Big old circle, up we go. Extend that mountain and bring those hands to heart. Back up we go. Dive it forward. We've got forward salute, airplane arms. Let's stretch through. Let's come to that supported forward fold. All right, now here we go. We're going to bring our hands to our heart. We're going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to push up into, we're going to push up into chair pose. That took me 2 times, didn't it? And I'll tell you why here in just a second. Take one more breath in your chair pose, and let's have a seat and release. So what happened there is I had my feet a little too far away from my chair, okay? So it's really hard to get up when your feet are too far away. So you want to pull those feet back, and I should have said this to begin with, and I didn't. And then you can push. So see the difference? I can push through the heels of those feet. I still want the knees behind the toes, but I want to be able to push into my chair pose. Okay, let's do that again. Hands to heart. I've moved my feet back a little bit. Have you? Let's do it. Big circle. Up we go. Extend that mountain and bring those hands to heart. Let's come back up to that extended mountain and we're going to dive it forward. Forward salute, airplane arms. Stretching through. Let's come to that supported forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. Okay, are we ready? We're going to bring our hands to heart. We're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to press up into that chair pose. Now in your chair pose, I want your hips back, right? Knees are behind toes. Wiggle those toes. That weight needs to stay back. One more breath, we're going to have a seat. Let's do that one final time. Big circle, up we go. Extend your mountain, bring your hands to heart. Up we go. Dive it forward. Forward salute, airplane arms, stretching through. Forward fold, supported. Hands to heart, inhale to prepare. Exhale, chair pose. I know. One more breath and have a seat. All right, excellent work. Very, very, very good. All right, so we're going to move from a warrior 2, we're going to reverse our warrior, then we're going to move into a warrior 1. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that right knee and we're going to open it, okay? So you've got one knee facing me and you've got one knee facing that wall. Now, I want to show you, first of all, just the legs. We're going to work on the legs a little bit to go from a warrior 2 to a warrior 1. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this knee and we're going to let it fall down towards the mat, and I'm now going to look over this opposite knee. And then I'm going to rotate back and I'm going to bring that knee back up, okay? Now, I'm going to make a little adjustment. I'm going to bring my foot just a little bit closer in. It was a little too far out. Now, as I drop that knee down, that feels better on my knee. I don't know about you, right? So kind of find that position and then up we go. So let's do that one more time. That knee falls down and then that knee comes up, okay? All right, are we ready? Let's bring those arms out, warrior 2 arms. So we're going to look over our right fingertips. Our shoulders are down, our ribs are in the center of the body, right? Flip that right palm to the ceiling and we're going to reverse our warrior up and back. Now we're going to come back to that warrior 2. Starting with this left hand back behind you, you're going to bring it down and around as you bring that knee around, and then I'm going to be facing over the other side into your warrior 1 pose. Arms are to the ceiling, shoulders are down. Now, starting with this outside hand, we're going to rotate back around to that warrior 2. Do you see what I'm doing there? Let's do it again. So left arm is going to start down and around and up we go to that warrior 1. Same arm is going to windmill up and over into that warrior 2. And we're going to do that one more time, down and around into that warrior 1. Move it up and around to that warrior 2. Let's reverse our warrior one more time, up and back. Feel that stretch in that side waist. Back to that warrior 2. We're going to squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. Activate that upper body, shoulders stay down. One more breath, release, and come forward. How did that feel? All right, let's do the other side. So we're going to take that left knee and we're going to open it nice and wide, okay? So you've got one knee facing me and you've got one knee facing the other wall. Rotate the ribs to face the center of the body. Do not let this knee fold in. So this leg is working hard to keep this inner thigh, right, is working hard to keep that leg open. So there's a lot of work going on here in these legs, even though it doesn't look like we're doing anything. Bring those arms up. So here's our warrior 2 arms. Oh, you know what? I think I want to show you the legs before we add the arms. So let's bring the arms down. Now, we're going to take this knee and we're going to drop it down as I move over this front leg. So I'm rotating my body over. Okay, so I know my foot is way too far out. So I'm going to come back in. I'm going to make some adjustments. I'm going to bring that foot in a little bit. Okay, now let's let that knee fall down. That feels better for me. All right, and then we're going to let that knee fold up. So you see what I'm doing? I'm rotating. So the knee rotates down and my body rotates to face over this knee. And then my knee comes up and I rotate to face forward again. Okay, let's do that just one more time with the legs and then we'll add the arms. Rotate it down and then rotate it up. Okay, now let's add the arms. Bring those arms out. Extending nice and long. Shoulders are down. Remember, arms are parallel to the mat. Look over those left fingertips. Flip your left palm to the ceiling. We're going to reverse our warrior up, up, up. Reverse, come past the midline of the body. Looking up if that feels okay on your neck. We're going to come back to that warrior two. Now, starting with this back hand, we're going to windmill down and around and up to our warrior one. And then we're going to keep moving that arm and windmill it around to that warrior two. So this back hand is doing all the work. Ready? Down and around, and we go up. And then back and around, back to that warrior two. Let's do one more time. Here we go. Down and around and up to that warrior one. Rotate it back and around to that warrior two. Let's reverse our warrior one more time. Up and back. Back to that warrior two. And release. Go ahead and face forward. All right, how did that feel? Good. So we're going to do a triangle pose now, and we're going to grab our block, and we're just going to set it here on our right side, okay? Now we're going to heel toe this right foot out to a diagonal, and we're going to extend this left leg out, okay? So make sure your ribs are right in the center of the body. We're going to bring those arms out to the side. Now, I want you to rotate the upper body only, okay? So we're rotating. You see what I'm doing there? I'm just moving the upper body only out to the side. Let's bring it back center. We're going to do that one more time. Bring it out to the side. Now, I'm going to let this hand fall down to the block, and I'm going to extend open. A little triangle pose. One more breath here. Now we're going to come up to that warrior two arms, bring the center of the ribs to the center of the body, and release. Let's go ahead and take a moment. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. So let's move the block to the other side. Now we're going to heel toe that front foot out first, just a couple of heel toes, and then we're going to extend the opposite leg out to the side. Okay, so the leg is long. You can bend the knee a little bit. If this is giving you a little cramping here in the upper part of that thigh, you can just bend the knee and it'll take some of the pressure off. But if you're feeling okay, keep the leg straight. We're on the knife edge of that foot, right? Okay, are we ready? Arms extend out. Now, upper body only. We're just going to kind of rotate those ribs over to the side, and then we're going to come back center. So the upper and lower body are totally separate from one another. Let's do that again. And come center. We're going to do that one more time. We've got this. All right, now we're going to move, and then that left hand is going to come to the block, and we're going to extend that right arm up. Okay, here we are. It's a beautiful seated triangle pose. One more breath. Go ahead and come up. Bring the ribs center, hands down, and release. Okay. So the only thing we're going to do one more add-on. And so what we're going to do is, instead of the block being kind of here to our side, we're going to bring the block on the inside of our foot, and it's going to help us rotate just a little bit more. You don't ever have to add on, right? Ever, ever, ever. Okay, so let's put our block on the other side again. Remember, heel toe this front foot out. Now, take your block and bring it on the inside of that foot. You're going to see the difference, right? Extend that left leg out. Remember, we want the leg to be straight. We want to be working the outer edge of that thigh. If you need to bend the knee a little, that's absolutely fine. Let's bring those arms up. Rotate. Remember, just the ribs. All right, bring it in. Let's do that one more time. It's a rotation. Now, we're going to take this hand to that block on the inside. You feel the difference? And rotate up. I know, right? I feel it too. All right, so remember, we want the shoulders to be stacked. So it's kind of a wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist in alignment situation. This hand, inevitably, we kind of want this hand to be way back here. Just keep it in alignment. One more breath. Okay, we're going to push through this front heel. There's our power move. Bring those arms up, bring the ribs to the center, bring the hands down, grab your block, and let's release those legs. Okay, let's do the other side. So we're going to go ahead and take this, heel toe it out a couple of times, and we're going to bring our block to the inside of the foot, okay? Now, extend that right leg out. You're up on the knife edge of that foot. Leg is long. Rotate those ribs to face forward, bring the arms up. Okay, ribs only. Remember, upper body and lower body are separate. Bring them in. Let's do that again. and bring them in. All right, here we go. We're going to rotate, and then we're going to drop that hand to that block and see if we can open that heart anymore. Oh my goodness. So remember, we want that alignment, so don't overextend this arm. It's not way back here, it's in alignment. So whatever the openness of your chest is, that's the alignment for that arm that's extended out. One more breath, come back up, bring those ribs back center, and release. All right, how did that feel? Oh, very, very, very good. Okay, so we're going to move into a Warrior 2 pose. We'll add in a reverse warrior with a side angle pose. And this time we're going to use our block. So all you're going to do is you're going to set your block here on that right side. Okay, it's going to be a little bit like what we just did. So we're just going to have that. It just helps us extend a little bit more into our, for this one it's going to be our side angle pose. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that extended leg version, but you remember, if you want to do this version, you can, right? So if you don't want to extend the leg, you can keep the legs at that 90 degrees and it's absolutely fine. But if you're with me, what we're going to do is we're going to heel toe that front foot out to that diagonal, and we're going to extend that opposite leg out. So we're on the knife edge of that leg, and we're going to bring those arms up. And we're going to look over those right fingertips, flip that right palm to the ceiling, and reverse our warrior up and back. Now we're going to come back to that Warrior 2, and this time instead of placing our hand on our thigh, which you can do, is absolutely fine, we're going to bring our hand to that block and we're going to open. So here we are in a different version of side angle pose. Now we're going to bring our bicep, I call it bicep by ear, so that's extending our side angle pose. Now from this position, we're going to move into Warrior 2. So pull that belly in tight. Ready? Windmill those arms up to that Warrior 2. There's your power move. Let's flip that palm up and back. We're going to do that again. Right arm is going to come to the block. Open up that, keep that chest lifted, right? Extend your side angle pose. Ready? Press back up. Let's do it one more time. Flip and reverse your warrior. Hand to the block for side angle pose. Lift. Extend your side angle. Press back up. Little vinyasa flow, and hands down. Grab that block. Let's come to the other side. No resting. We're going to take that left knee and open it 2 times. Extend that right leg out. Bring those arms up. Look over those left fingertips. Shoulders down, belly tight. Flip that palm to the ceiling, reverse that warrior up and back. You feel it? Here we go. Left hand is going to go to that block. We're going to lift that right arm up. Keep that chest lifted. Extend your side angle if you want. Ready? Up we go. Let's do that again. Flip that left palm up, reverse that warrior up and back. Back to your Warrior 2. Move to that side angle pose. Extend your side angle. Press it up. Last time through, let's do it. Flip that palm up and back. Back to Warrior 2. Side angle pose. Extend that side angle. Oh my goodness. Back up we go. Bring those hands down. Bring the legs in. Go ahead and set your block aside. And grab a sip of water. We're going to move a little bit forward in our chair. We're going to do some knee rotations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to place them under my right thigh. Okay? Now, I'll tell you one thing. If this is a little difficult for you, you can always use a strap. I don't have a yoga strap. I'm not doing it. I'm not using it for the class today. But you could do that, right? So you could have that, your hands on a strap and help support that leg if you wanted to do that. Okay? So I wanted to give you that little cue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my leg out to the side, and then I'm going to bring it down, and then it's kind of center and then up. And then we're going to bring it out, and then down, and then center. And now I'm going to try to do it with one hand. So now I've got to use my abdominals a little bit more, don't I? Okay, let's go ahead and stop that rotation, and we're going to reverse it. So it's kind of a down, out. Now remember, if you want to be holding that leg, that's absolutely fine. I'm trying to just give you options. You can also be holding the chair, or you can have that hand out by the side, right? Just giving you ideas. Can we do one more? You know, it's funny. I don't know about you, but let's go ahead and put that leg down. Really feel that rotation, do you? Right? So a little rotation, we're getting that moving that bone, that femur, right? Femur head in that hip joint, right? So we're getting a little rotation there. Okay, so let's do the other side. So again, I'm going to give you all the options. Option 1 is you're going to have both hands holding that leg up. Keep your abdominals engaged and the crown of the head to the ceiling. If you'll notice, I'm not doing a huge circle, am I? I'm still getting a lot of work out of it. So let's do that. So it's out, down, and up, right? You see what I'm doing there? Remember, you've got the option of one-handed. You can have a hand on the chair, or you can do it with a hand out to the side. Make your abdominals work a little bit harder here, right? I know, I feel it too. Okay, now let's reverse it. Good. And if you're feeling a little sassy and you want to make that circle a little bit bigger, you can. You don't have to. I'm just giving you ideas here, right? Let's do one more. And put that foot down. The other thing is, you know, sometimes as we do them, we begin to feel a little more confident and we can make our circles a little bit bigger. All right, very, very good. Okay, so we're going to move into a sun salutation, and we're going to add a leaning mountain to our sun salutation. Now, we're going to bring our hands to heart to start with, okay? So we're going to make a big old circle out. Here's our beautiful sun. So you'll notice my palms are facing up, and I'm going to come up to my extended mountain. Now, my palms are going to meet over my head, and then I'm going to bring my hands to heart, okay? And then we're going to do that again. So it's up we go. Now this time we're going to make a big old circle the other way. Palms are facing down, and we're going to bring our hands to our heart. Okay, let's do that again. Big old circle. Up we go. Palms to the ceiling. Extend your mountain and bring your hands to heart. And then we're going to do that again. Up we go, and we're going to dive forward. Well, not dive forward yet. A big old circle and hands at heart. And let's just take a moment to see how you feel in those shoulders. You can always leave your elbows bent, okay? So if at any time this extension all the way up is a little bit much on your shoulders, what are you going to do? You're going to leave your elbows bent, and you're still going to do all the movements. It's fine. All right, now we're going to add something on here. All right, so let's do that again. Big old circle, palms face up, extend that mountain. Try to touch that ceiling, and then bring those hands to heart. Super active motion here, right? Up we go. Extend that mountain, belly stays tight. Now, we're going to bring our arms, and we're going to swan dive forward, okay? So swan dive forward. My hands are by my side. You see, kind of, I call this airplane arms. Did you notice how my heart has kind of come forward? So a little bit of a diagonal now. My head is pushing up where the wall and the ceiling meet. My hands are pushing back where the floor and the wall meet, and I'm extending through that spine. One more breath, and we're going to bring our hands to heart, and we're going to do that again. Big old circle, up we go. Extend that mountain and bring your hands to heart. Now, we're going to come back up, and we're going to dive forward. All right, belly button to spine. We're going to do that forward salute, stretching through, stretch, 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 and bring your hands to heart. We're going to add that leaning mountain. Here we go. Big circle, up we go. Extend that mountain and bring those hands to heart. Now, we're going to come back up to our extended mountain. Our right hand is going to grab our left wrist, and we're going to try to touch the ceiling with that hand, and we're going to lean. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to come up, and we're going to grab the opposite wrist, and we're going to extend, and we're going to lean. And we're going to come up, and we're going to dive forward and do a forward salute with airplane arms, and we're going to stretch through that spine. How does that feel? One more breath. Bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again, just like that. Up we go. Extend that mountain and bring those hands to heart. Back up we go. Now, our left hand is going to grab that right wrist. Let's switch it up, right? And let's lean. Oh, do you feel that sideways stretch? Keep those hips down, right? Sits bones on that chair. Up we go. Grab the opposite wrist, extend and lean. We're staying grounded. Our feet are grounded. Our sits bones are grounded to that chair. Up we go. Are we ready for that forward salute? Airplane arms. We're going to stretch through. Now we're adding something. Okay, are we ready? Now, the forearms are going to come to the thighs. Palms are facing up, and we're going to let our heart fall forward. Supported forward fold. Keep your heart above your, keep your head above your heart, okay? So I'm not letting my head fall. I'm keeping my back flat. My head is lifted above my heart. I'm feeling an extension through that spine. One more breath. Tuck the chin, roll it up, bring your hands to heart. We're going to do that again. We're going to leave out the leaning mountain. Up we go. Extend that mountain up. Bring your hands to heart. We're going to come back up and we're going to dive forward, belly button to spine. Forward salute airplane arms, and we're stretching through. Let's come to that supported forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. One more breath. Up we go. And release. How did that feel? All right, did you feel how the blood's gonna get moving, right? All right. Okay, so we're gonna move into a seated warrior 2 with a reverse warrior. So we're gonna take our right knee and we're gonna open it. So you've got those legs at that 90 degrees, right? One is facing me and one is facing the wall. Now, turn your body to face me. So, right, I'm just rotating. I'm not letting this knee come in. I'm just rotating the body. Bring those arms up. Warrior 2 arms. Okay, the arms are parallel to the mat. We're going to turn and look over that the right fingertips. Now, we're going to flip that right palm to the ceiling, and we're going to try to touch the ceiling as we come up. Left hand to the chair. Try to touch that ceiling. Come past the midline of the body. There's your reverse warrior. We're going to come back to those warrior 2 arms. We're going to squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arm. So if I came over and tried to pull your arm down, I couldn't. It's a squeeze, it's a squeeze, it's a squeeze. Release and face forward. All right, very good. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Left knee opens. Okay, are we ready? Rotate the ribs to the right. Turn the center of the body to face me. Keep this knee open. Bring those arms out to the side. Squeeze your muscles against the bones in the arms. Activate that upper body. Look over those left fingertips. Now you want those arms parallel to the mat, okay? Are we ready? Let's flip that left palm to the ceiling and we're going to reverse that warrior up and back. It's a stretch. Right arm comes to the chair if you want. Lift up, 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 and then come past the midline of the body as we reverse that warrior. And we're going to come back to that warrior 2. Squeeze. And release. Go ahead and face forward. And grab a sip of water. So we're going to move into a seated eagle, a different bird, a seated eagle pose. Now if you have your block, you're going to go ahead and grab that. If you don't have your block, don't worry about it, okay? So if you have your block, you're going to put it up against your right foot. And you'll notice I'm moving a little bit forward in my chair, okay? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to keep both of those feet on the floor and we're going to open those arms nice and wide. We're going to cross right at the elbows and then we're going to give ourselves a little hug, okay? And then let's rotate to the left and we're going to come center. We're going to rotate to the right. We're going to come center. We're going to lift our elbows up and center and then down and center. Open. Now the other arm is going to come on top, okay? Hug yourself. Then we're going to rotate to the right and center. Rotate to the left and center. Elbows up, center, elbows down, center, and release. Okay. So the first add-on is going to be either, if you have your block, you're going to place your toes on that block. If you don't have a block, you're going to cross, okay? Either is fine. And if you don't want to do either of those, you can cross ankle to ankle. Okay, so you've got 3 leg positions. Toes on block, cross, ankle to ankle. Okay, so pick which position you want. Let's all start with the right leg. So either the right foot is on the block, the right foot is crossing, or the right ankle is on top. Okay, bring those arms out. Now, we're going to take our left arm and bring it on top, and then we're going to hug ourselves. And we're going to rotate to the left, and then we're going to come center, and we're going to rotate to the right, and we're going to come center. We're going to bring those elbows up, and we're going to come center, and we're going to bring those elbows down, and we're going to come center, and we're going to release. and take your foot off that block. Okay, so let's do the other side. So again, you've got 3 leg positions. You can have your toes on the block. This is just going to create a little less stability, right? So you've got to really pull that belly in, a little bit of balance. You can cross your leg on top, or you can cross ankle to ankle. Okay, so pick which version of the legs you want to do. Let's open. Now we're going to take our right arm on top, and then we're going to hug ourselves. We're going to rotate to the right, and we're going to come center. We're going to rotate the other way, and center, elbows up, center, and down, and center. All right, very, very well done. Go ahead and set your block aside, and let's come into some knee. So we're going to hug our knee into our chest, and I'm going to give you a couple of options on this, okay? Excuse me, I've got a little frog in my throat. So we're going to hold under that thigh, and we're just going to lift that leg a little bit. Doesn't have to be much, okay? And I want you to hold it. So we're going to do a point and a flex, and a point and a flex. One more, point and flex, and rotate. And reverse it. Okay, let's put that foot down and let's go to the other side. So my hands are under that thigh. I'm going to lift it. It's not a big lift, right? Keep the crown of the head to the ceiling though. Keep the belly tight, long spine. All right, let's point and flex. And point and flex. One more, point and flex and rotate. I don't know if you heard that, but that was my ankle that cracked. And reverse it. All right, very, very well done. And put that foot down. Now, you can do the exact same thing again if you want to. But if you want a little bit more, we're not going to hold the leg and we're not going to hold the chair. We're going to bring our arms out to the side. Again, let's lift that right leg. It doesn't have to be a big lift, okay? Belly is tight. We're working the quadriceps, working the belly, extend the spine long. It's a point and a flex, and a point and a flex. One more, point and flex and rotate. And reverse that rotation. All right, let's put that foot down, bring your hands down, take a little break. We're going to go the other side. Are we ready? Let's lift that other leg. You've got all those options. Remember, palms facing up. If you're doing it with me, it's a point and a flex, and a point and a flex. One more time, point and flex and rotate. And rotate the other way. And release. All right, very well done. Now, we're going to bring our arms up. Forearms are parallel to one another, okay? And we're going to bring one arm out to the side, and we're going to bring it center. Then we're going to bring the other arm out to the side, and we're going to bring it center. Let's do that one more time, just like that. It's an out, and an in, and an out, and an in. All right, place your hands on the chair, and let's do the legs. Open and close. Other side. Open and close. Make your abdominals work here. Inner and outer thighs are working, and close. Last time. Open and close. Okay, we're going to do both of those at the same time. You know what's coming, right? So here we go. Forearms are parallel to one another. Belly is tight. Spine is long. Let's do it. Open and close. Switch sides. Open and close. Switch. Open and close again. Open and close. Last time. Open and close. One more. Open and close and release. All right, very, very well done. So we're going to move into crescent lunge. We'll take our right knee and we're going to open it, and then we're going to drop that left knee down towards the floor. So let that knee fall down. Now, we're pretty warm, so if we want to push our foot back a little bit, I call it back of the kneecap towards the ceiling, feel free to do that. Relax in this glute, and we're just going to look over that front leg, and we're going to hold and breathe. Let's release it, and then we're going to do that one more time. So back of the kneecap up towards the ceiling, we're relaxing the glute here, heart is lifted. crescent lunge. One more breath. Let's release and face forward. Very well done. Pyramid pose. So this leg extends out in front of us. Our toes are to the ceiling. Lengthen through the spine. Let the head calm down. We're going to walk our hands down this leg, okay? And then we're just going to holding our pyramid pose here. We're going to walk our hands back up that leg. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, we're going to walk our hands down that leg. Let's walk our hands back up. Last time. Ready? Extend. And down we go. Keeping that leg straight, keeping our back flat. And walk your hands back up. Bend that knee. Put the foot on the floor. Okay, so now we're going to take our left knee and we're going to open it. We're going to let our right knee fall down towards the floor. And we're going to push that foot back behind us and lift our heart. See how I'm lifting up? That you really will feel the difference in the stretch here, keeping that heart lifted. Let's release. Remember, relax this glute, back of the kneecap towards the ceiling. Let's release and do it one more time. Here we go. We got this. And release. Face forward. Extend that leg out in front of you. Toes to the ceiling. Pyramid pose. Extend nice and long. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to walk our hands down that leg. Keep that back flat. Keep that leg straight. And roll it up. Let's do that again. Nice long spine. Down we go. And up we go. Last time. Ooh, who feels that? I do. And let's walk it up. Okay, bend that knee. Go ahead and sit back in your chair, getting ready for Shavasana. So in our Shavasana pose, we get to lean back on the chair. Our hands are resting lightly on our thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes and just breathe.
Do what you envision. Dream and then do. Envision and work toward your vision. You have an idea of what would add value to life. Begin with that idea and then build upon it. On its own, an idea is nice to contemplate, but without action, it is not much else. Go ahead, contemplate, and if the idea has merit, move forward with bringing it to life. Allow inspiration to flow from your vision into the rest of you and into the world. Let that inspiration empower real, focused, effective action. Invest in time and effort in what you envision. Use the experience and wisdom you gain to refine your vision, to make it resonate well with reality, and finally to fully implement that vision in the real world. Look lovingly and respectfully at life and envision new goodness that can be. Then utilize your skills, your time, your available resources to make it happen.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Remember, click the subscribe button, like the video, give me a comment, and I will see you next time.